Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another session of Football Manager 2023. We sold a lot of players yesterday. Financially speaking, that should do the club real good. So maybe we'll sign someone today. Who knows? On the other hand, we already splashed the cash on some players recently. So we'll probably have a look at that and try to determine if it's necessary. But we will have to invest in some players at some point, just to get someone else to sell them later on. For now, I want to put that into perspective. We've sold players for the approximate value of 5k, including these 1000. There's also a few fees coming in for the loan for some of the players, but I don't count that. But if we look at the overall seasonal budget, that's like 10 to 15% of our overall budget for the entire season. I'd say that's not bad, right? So we can definitely be happy with that. Not so happy is Theoland. He was concerned with his playing time, which is fair, so I agreed to give him some playtime. Auberg, on the other hand, is still happy with his playtime, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. He will take his time. Okay. So let's have a look. Who hasn't been performing well lately? Forsell and Stolt. So these two we might want to warn about their performances. Yeah, form hasn't been great lately. So that's Forsell. He's probably going to the bench. And there here's Stolt. He hasn't been that bad lately. But we'll tell him anyway. Dynamics wise, nothing of major concern right now. Morale could be a bit better, but well, it isn't. So it is what it is. Well, next match is against Solentuna FK. These are very much an inferior opponent, at least considering the league table. But we know from the match against FC Gute that, well, this kind of stuff might backfire. Oh, there's the press conference for the last match, so let's get through this. What? Yeah, sure. No, he won't be. And in this case, I would tend to agree. Fun question. Well, Stolt isn't the leader, at least from my perspective. Fine. So that's that. Well, actually, we're very, very close to the match. I didn't expect that. Must have done that yesterday. Still nobody interested in Castores. Well, then he will probably rot in the U19s for the time being. Staffing advice. These all assume that I can pay a decent wage for my staff, which isn't the case, so we're not gonna have a look at that. Scouting and transfer team improvements. These are certainly interesting, but the same principle applies here. Well, he wants 55, that's actually not that bad. Actually, that's really not bad. How's our scouting team doing? Scouting. No, that's not where I wanted to go. Staff. It is staff all. Let's have a look at our scouts. Chief Scout's on 65, and he's on a month-to-month basis. And he doesn't bring anything to the table that would be considered exceptional. These are all Nordic countries. Usually if a scout is, has complete knowledge of Sweden, they usually bring along the rest of it. So we're looking for an improvement here for less than 65 euros a week. Which one of these two just might be. Well, he isn't an improvement ability and potential wise. Adaptability wise, he would be. So that contract negotiation will go nowhere. And for this one, not a great perspective either. So let's go with walk away here. That said, if scouts are willing to work for us for that wage, maybe we actually can find somebody. Probably not in the medical department though. Yeah. This is all. Okay. Wow, that's physio category, so no surprises there. Recruitment team scouting. That looks much better. And this guy definitely is a better scout. He doesn't bring anything, any additional knowledge to the club though. So maybe we can find someone else who's got a bit more foreign experience or something. This guy's not better in the strict sense. Also, well, he earns too much for my taste. This one's better. Who knows about the Faroe Islands? So, yeah. Well. And he's also employed with us. What am I doing here? Yeah. He's already one of our scouts, so that's not of any concern. This guy definitely not. This is tricky. We would need to configure someone to have knowledge outside of the Nordic countries. Again with Faroe Islands. Yeah, well, seems like maybe I botched that sample and simply forgot that they mostly know about Faroe Islands too. What can we do though? We can go for nationality is not Swedish. So these are probably all Norwegian. Yeah. May well be. And I don't want them to be Norwegian either. So nationality is not Norwegian. Where is it? There. Because we know about Norway. And this is Denmark. Is it? No, it's Norwegian. Oh. Screw that up. Yeah, nobody else. Okay, so they're all either Norwegian or they are Swedish. What we can do though is we can go for a second nationality. Second nationality. That is not Swedish. Well, that doesn't work. We want to have a second nationality at all. Well, he's Norwegian with his second nationality. His first nationality is Swedish, so that's not what we're looking for. Yeah. I'm inclined to go with an advertisement for a chief scout and a scout, though. Let's have a look at that once more. Oh, they world knowledge here and nation-wise. There it is. So I think they shoveled a lot of interface above this. But this is a really interesting point to me. Okay, so we've got great scouting basically for most of the Nordic countries. Serbia a bit, my manager avatar brings that to the table, and Italy all the same. Not sure where it comes from. Yeah, from my manager. Okay, so that's done. Any addition of, any Central European nationality would be a plus. That's especially true for Eastern Europe, because we probably won't be able to sign a German or a French player, and whilst we want an English player, I'm certain that we probably can't afford that. On the other hand, the fans want English players, so maybe, but we need scouts over there. So what I'll do here, we have a chief scout that's on a month-to-month basis, and we have Hendrik Engblom, who is also on a month-to-month basis. Nothing exceptional about him, besides the personality, and nothing exceptional about him either. So we'll go with the advertisement. If we can. No, we can't. We can't, because there's no slot open. And I certainly don't want to rattle them, but, well, I don't want to fire them right now. So this is a bit stupid. I would love to place an advertisement while they're still at the club. Okay, so that doesn't work. So we would need to go through this entire list and hope for someone that has some knowledge somewhere. Can we add a scouting knowledge section here? National knowledge level. England. Nobody knows about England, or maybe we don't know about the scout. Oh, that takes a lot of time. Any other country? Really, I'm happy with anything besides Sweden and Norway. Croatia! Those two are really bad, though. Well, he's got another nationality, and he's a Croatian. Same for this guy, but it doesn't add much, right? And whilst I'm happy to, well, have some knowledge in Croatia, I don't think it matters much. Denmark. Not a thing we know about Denmark. Same for Finland. Israel is new. He's already employed as a head performance analyst, that is. No, as a chief scout, and he's really expensive. Also, no knowledge in outside Sweden. Besides Israel. Doesn't look good. Italy doesn't matter. Well, Poland. That's new. And look at that, he's also got knowledge about Montenegro. So, yeah, but this guy's not a good scout. Might want to compare him to ours. Okay, maybe that's not a fair comparison, but he's really bad as a scout. Don't want to go there. On the other hand, our scouts are bad anyway. Well, we have knowledge about Serbia. Does it bring anything else? Not really. And now we're going through the entire list. There's a lot of countries. We might get lucky though. Nah, okay. That's quite the opposite of entertaining, so I'll not do that right now. By the way, if this is the first time if you're watching me, feel free to ask questions or, I don't know, comment on whatever I'm doing. I'm happy to have a debate about some stuff. Okay. Frederick Alnes hasn't been training well. So, should definitely tell him about that. Same goes for Westberg. We're back to bad training performances, basically due to our schedule. The overall training is missing. Same goes for Hugo Bergman, who also didn't perform well on the pitch. What did he do, pitch-wise? Lots of passes, no chances created. But passing was fine, so let's praise him for that. We can't. What about him? Well trained. Same goes for Al Holmström. That's actually a really good performance. Overall, he's been improving, so... Yeah, look at that. Look at that! That's a beauty. This is the final season. How many games is he? 15. Why didn't the contract get extended? Oh, he's bound to us till 2026. Oh, that's good. So we got a bit of cash in. Well, it's still coming in, but this is great. If this remains the same going forward, we definitely want to bind these players to our club. For our level, this is wonderful. Also, keep in mind he's got great jumping reach, solid strength. If he improves, and he's 20 years old, I think he will be worth more than a goal every second game. He will probably be able to keep that average rating, or will even get better. So what do we do about him? His contract binds him to the club till potentially 2027, but the relegation release clause is concerning. Keep in mind we might go up at some point and go down again, and that might happen under circumstances that I'm not very happy about. Also, he will probably moan about a bigger wage later on. He definitely is a key player for us. I'm happy to go with star player in this situation, simply because he is. And if he improves overall, he's a good guy to have as a sole striker. Also, there's this promise with the training facilities that won't go anywhere, except it will annoy him. So we will need to deal with that at some point, and he won't be happy to get another contract at this point. That's why I'm trying to... I think I'll negotiate a new one now. And to me, he's a star player. Well, let's stick to important, but he's an important player to me too. Yeah. Maybe we can work on his weaknesses actually, making him a more versatile striker. That's wonderful. Also, look at this: no relegation release clause anywhere to be found. This is fantastic. So yes, I'm very happy to go with that. Well, not those additional fees around here. And I'll go to 35 here. Might be a bit much. Anyway, I'm willing to increase his wage by €5. That's fine. He improved this. I'm willing to go with too. Not gonna get rid of that clause, and I would love to have this one in there. Not a relegation release clause, that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for the wage drop. So he will not accept that, but the 15 goals, seriously, I need him to score 15 goals and I'm happy to pay the €100. So that's fine by me. Yeah, let's go to 45. We'll get there anyway. Let's keep all those fees, maybe turn them down a bit so they're not too heavy. The goal bonus I'm happy to oblige, that's fine. Promotion wage raise, not a good idea. And I still want to extend his contract after he's made 15 games in the last season. If we get another striker for some reason, say we get promoted and he doesn't develop like he did, this won't trigger. Better relegation wage drop is important to me. Let's go with at least 25. The rest I can deal with. Well, that's easy. He wants the requested wage. Well... just got that. So we will skip that one. And he doesn't want the other clauses either. I'm happy to pay him 8 per appearance, that's fine. But I want this clause in. Let's throw a bit of money at him. Just because we can. And let's see. Yeah, he's happy with that. Fine. So now we can go back and renegotiate all of this stuff. This is entirely unnecessary. This he will probably not need either. Yeah. Appearance fee, he will probably need some. Yeah, he wants 6 euros per game. Okay. Can live with that. On the other hand, the 9 euros per goal, they are not important to him. And neither is the loyalty fee. Fantastic. It's a much better contract now. Maybe go with a relegation wage drop too. Yeah, he accepts that. Even goes to 50. Fine. What do we do about him? Overall performance-wise. Training as a target forward is fine. He's also been training on his weaknesses. Composure and decisions weren't great. So now we have to decide. Do we want him to focus on being a target man? Or do we want him to become a more versatile player? His dribbling isn't good. Passing could improve too. For a target man, that's especially important probably. And agility is bad too. But he doesn't need great agility. He needs the balance. Simply to get the ball on, to the front, and then be able to turn with it. And maybe go for a finish. He's not a great finisher either for a striker. But his mentals, well, I'd say they will improve anyway. Technical skills, on the other hand, you can see some of them are in decline. First touch isn't great. I'd like him to have better first touch. I'm willing. I think we should go with ball control here, even if it's a bit weird. Because first touch influences the way he plays. I don't want him to dribble that much. That's not a problem. But technique is also good to have for any player. It's just one of those things that influences a lot of stuff. Say the heading, for example. I think heading is also influenced by technique. Not much, but a little bit. And he brings basically everything to the table to be a good header, but his technique was a bit weak. So yeah, we'll go with that. And hopefully he can keep it up, training-wise. Blanastrand did well in training too, but he didn't in match performance, that's for sure. Well, alright. Disregard that. It's a 6.9. He did well. Passing though. Which is on me though. Passing-wise, there was something going on here. I told him to throw it long. In this case, and same here. I think he'll go back to rollout. His distribution hasn't been great. And while his throwing is, I think, an 11. It just didn't work. Stolt is a problem. I don't want to get Farah on the pitch just for the money. He needs to rot on the bench or even outside of pitch for some time to realize that he's not a key player here, and he can't get those types of contract. Okay. Who are you? Well, he got removed from the shortlist. Now, considering we just dealt with Al Holmström, let's just compare him. Yeah. He really is a worse player. So, no use signing him. We've got Kulovic as a backup there. That's fine. We don't need a third striker. I mean, we just sold our third striker. To be fair, if he came really inexpensive, that might be an idea. But Maybe we can get a lone player there for the near future as well as the extended future. If a lone player comes in and performs well, he can score a goal or two. Well, we don't have to care about that. Lone player for free, obviously. So this is Joel Noller. They signed him. Yeah, he's a good keeper, but he's got some weaknesses, especially on the mental side. I'm not too concerned. That's not a signing I would have gone with. Oliver Swan's injury will keep him off the pitch for the next match, which is a home game. And the opponent will be playing, well, he will be trying to control possession in a 4-3-3 with a DM wide. So basically this formation with the same mentality. Yeah. So will we go with Forsell again? Give him another chance, or will we go with Asarson, who has been playing in a or training in a similar role so far? He's not used to it though. On the other hand, I mean, Forsell has been bad. It's just the way it is. Same goes for Stolt, but there, finance-wise, I'm concerned. Hagedal has been bad too. Yeah, we should probably tell him and get him off the pitch. His heading has been, well, actually, his form in the last game has been acceptable, but the rest of them, not so much. And we should probably give someone else time on the pitch too. So he's got perfect morale, I'm still gonna drop him. If there's someone else that I think is worth considering. Vikberg, how have you been doing in training? Okay-ish. Hasan Goma. Okay-ish too. Nogoma's case, he's a well-rounded player, but as a central defender, he certainly lacks a jumping reach and strength. Not, I don't know, it's not great. He's on defensive positioning training for some reason. I think it's better to put him on this training. He's got reasonable pace though. And acceleration isn't bad either. For a possession-based system, maybe that's a good idea. We will push defensive line up a bit. And let's switch Ngoma and flag guard here. Well, he has been improving, so that's alright. What's going on here? Minimum of 9 players trained in Sweden, blah blah. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, Auberg. Not sure about that. Has anyone here been real bad? Bergman. He expects to start the majority of most of the matches. I'm trying to find a spot for Fiolin. Kulasic. Yeah, he hasn't had much playing time either. And he hasn't scored in a while. On the other hand, just look at these. He's come on, well, basically 70th minute every game. If he started, he's been on the pitch for 60 minutes. But that's a rare occasion. And expected goals wise, not much going on there. So let's not do that. I think we'll take off Kulafich. So there is no replacement for Al Holmström. As a last resort, it sounds kind of funny, but as a last resort, we might go with the actual striker, Fieldland. But I want him to be able to play shadow striker or even Metzala at some point. That said, doesn't go well so far. Which is just another reason to definitely give him some time on the pitch. The rest of it, no reason to change that. And opposition instructions, well, what do we want to do here? Definitely close down these three. That's just a formation-wise thing to do. Oh man, this guy is really fast. Also great jumping. I wouldn't want to be the one to man mark this guy. Foot-wise, well, he's got a preferred foot, the right one, but it's not of concern. This is Solberg, who will be cutting inside with his strong foot, so how's his crossing? Well, it's also acceptable. Still, I'll try to show him on his weaker foot, just to get him from going through the middle. He's got great long shots. I'm not showing him on the left foot, so he can cut inside and go for these dangerous passes. These two passing and vision are okay too. Not sure about that. Is any one of them weak? No. He's not great. We might want to tight mark him and close down the other. And for the rest of them, well, one of the fullbacks might probably overlap. Look at those physicals. He's kept at U18 level. What nation is that? He's kept at U18 level for Sweden. Certainly looks like that, yeah. That's a player we wouldn't be able to afford. Okay, let's just hope for the best. Well, what can I do? So, who was nervous? Shabanach. He seems relaxed. And who was the other guy? I forgot. Let's just encourage the rest. Next time I should probably keep a hold of that thing. Okay, that's not too bad. Thoughts on Will Still? Sorry, I just saw that. Who's Will Still? Well, looks like Kamara and Pika has left the chat anyway. Sorry to see that, but I didn't see that message. That already looked dangerous. And I'll have to look into Will Still later on. Don't know anyone by that name. Shabanach with the corner there. And they concede another. We'll go for encourage here. They don't have a really great morale, so maybe that helps. Shabanac again. Can he get another cross? Yeah, but it goes nowhere. Can we defend this? Can we? Please defend this. Yeah, great tackle. Ekman tried to clear that one. Wow. That went on the off the crossbar. That was a good shot. So who's controlling possession so far? They are. And go off for flag guard. Goes for Stolt. Passes towards Ekman, even though he's man marked. Holmström for Auberg, who passes directly for Böckman. Shot went sideways, but at least he got off a shot. And it wasn't a bad one either. I'd rather have him shoot with power, considering his finishing. This guy though, Solberg, he's dangerous. I think that was the second shot of the game. Where is he? Wow. We already closed him down. Nothing to do there. Shabanac with the cross. That might be another corner. It is. Shabanac again. Nothing going on here. Flag guard with the long ball. It goes over the defender. Oh, Holmström, you gotta convert those. That was a really good chance. Even though it came onto his weaker foot. I think he's right-footed. Ekman distributes it to Asarson. With the through ball for Stolt. Stolt actually manages to beat his man and get a corner. That's certainly a positive surprise here. Another corner taken by Shabanac. Well, that went straight into the penalty area. Nobody there, except for opponent's players. But we keep hold of the ball just fine now. Over 60% possession. That's what the board wants us to have, so I'm happy with that. Talander didn't manage to win that duel. There goes Christofferson. He's running all over the place. Man, that was really bad defending. Should have closed him down at some point. I'm lucky that he didn't score. That would have been goal of the year probably. That pass, well, was well off target. Forced Talander to come back, pick it up. Now it's Shabanac driving it forward. In his role as an attacking wingback. Arsason for Ekman, who finds the pass for Holmström, and then they lose the ball. Sad to see that. Again, long ball by Ekman. It might have been offside. Yeah. Anderson with the kick. Comes to our side. Talander dribbling with it. Where does he want to go? Dribbles all over the flank. and loses the ball. That's not good. There's one additional change I should probably make here. I think Al Holmström can certainly annoy Karlsson. Was it Karlsson? It's Karlsson, yeah. Because I think Karlsson, as a player here, has too much space, and there's nobody else around. That's an interesting choice to go for Stolt here, and we get another corner. So I hope to disturb their their passing game in defensive midfield already. That's Asarson. Can he put it over? Yeah, Ekman. Wow. Should have gone for the shot. Took the pass instead. Stolt clears it here. And that's another offside. So while we're in possession, we don't create much. I think that's fair to assume. Are we going for... Yeah, we're going for overlap and underlap, depending on our player's skill set there, so that's fine. Pass for Ekman, who puts it forward to Talander, and it goes all the way back to Flackard. No options there, but Arberg actually managed to get on to the header, get on the end of the ball, and well, the header was well wide over the goal. Bergman doesn't manage to control that ball. It was contested, and we lose it. Oh, what a wonderful chance. That was really dangerous. Damn close. Opponent's corner. Al Holmström clears it. If he doesn't score, at least he avoids that we concede, so that's fine. Ngoma and Fleckard just take their time here, just as we intended. Yeah, this is good. Well, Ekman doesn't. Shabanach with the ball. Will he go for the dribble? No, he passes it back and he goes to Ngoma, who just wastes it. Should probably tell them to play out of defense here. Where is it? There. That's a good ball, definitely not an offside. But Fleckard is just in the space we expect him to be. Gained possession here and loses it. Stolt with the throw in, going for Fleckard. That's not a bad cross, but Al Holmström wasn't in position to score there. Was ways away. Stolt loses the header. Oh, what a tackle, Ekman. He managed to hit the ball, but didn't do anything else. Yeah. We saw that coming, right? They created too many chances, and now we have to pay for it. So we won't go down. Bergman closed down that guy, but he was out here with Arberg. That cross should have been avoided. Was it taken by Keck? And Keck is... Of course. Of course, he's a fullback, and we didn't instruct him to close down the fullbacks for fear of, well, overreaching. Arsason for Talander. Ekman with the ball again. But he just distributes it to Flackard. I feel that this guy, Asarson, is too deep. He should make those starting runs too. So we'll probably go with a different role for him going forward. Maybe box to box. Here. Well, it's not his best role, and he certainly isn't used to it. I think he will get used to it. Need to get used to it. We need someone to get forward here, or maybe a Carrilero or something. I don't know, but we can't have him stick around with Ekman back there. It doesn't open up any space the way he plays there. So that's just not the appropriate role, at least for this tactic. And Ekman certainly didn't pull off those passes. We want him to play there in this formation. Or in other words, it doesn't look like it works so far. There's the cross, Al Holmström clears it. Come on, guys. Do something. And he intercepts that one again. Well, Al Holmström is certainly looking good, considering his defensive performance. But that's not what we pay him for. And yeah, I think they've been unlucky, so we'll go with that. This though, this can't do. And same goes for Nagama. He has to do better. The rest of them, it's just average. I have to Google who the hell is Wild Still. Belgian Association Football Manager. Ah, that's the story with the 22. No, but wasn't that with Rhin? I don't know. I haven't been following that story. Neither the other one, if it's two different ones. So, no thoughts on that. What's going on here? They let him shoot once more. They are clearly instructed to close this guy down. Very clearly. They just don't follow tactical instructions. Or maybe he's just too much of a dribbler for them. Might have to do with showing him on a certain foot too. Well, that's offside. Yeah, and it's 5 minutes to go until we replace Bergman. I've seen enough. Okay, maybe it's just 4. Fight enough there. Let's go with Skillermo instead. Maybe he can do something. Mount a surprise. I don't know. Go out there, make it happen. We need that goal. We need a point. That was really close. Look at those expected goal stats. It isn't working. So let's get rid of this instructions. Get him get him forward. There's enough players here that go forward for my taste. Let's get rid of the underlap and the work ball into box here. Let's hit early crosses. So this is entirely opposed to controlling the ball. But let's hit these early crosses and just try to shoot. We certainly won't score if we don't try to. Yeah. Let's go with that. I mean, it's not worth much, but it's something. Arsasan for Tillander here. Ngoma for Ekman, again for Tillander. Wonderful ball for Shabanach, just as we had planned. Back for Asarsan. Shabanach alone against 2. Asarsan puts it back into the penalty area. And there's a header by Al Holmström. Finally, some chances. Finally. So we gotta tell him to be cautious here. Not sure what happened. Ngoma lost that one, but it was offside. Also, Auberg isn't having a good game. Let's just wait. Okay. Tactical instruction came through. We'll go with Theo Lind here, in place of Auberg. We're certainly behind, and we wanted to give him some match practice anyway. So that's his chance to learn a bit more about the role he's supposed to play. Ngoma doesn't have a good game, but I won't replace him just yet. He's composed, not very motivated. Now it's Ngoma with the yellow card, so that's probably a signal to go with Hagedal or Wickberg. We'll go with Hagedal. And this is our last stoppage, so we might as well go all in on a lot of this stuff. We don't need Wickberg on the pitch right now. Alnes, on the other hand, for Tillander, maybe. They're looking nervous. All 3 relaxed. Okay. Team talk wise, this is looking good. Or individual talk, however you want to phrase it. Let's see if they can change this game. Otherwise, we will win possession-wise, and that's about it. Might have been a bad choice to go for possession football after all. Svensson, back to Stolt and Skillermo. And Guillermo subsequently loses the ball. Oh, this doesn't go well. Just look at him being asleep. Solberg there. And we're very lucky not to concede a second. That was well played. Flag guard lobs it over the opponent's defense. There's Lind. Went for the shot for some reason. That should be offside. Yep. Well, let's go for overloading here. And just desperately try to score. Flag out for Stoll. Lintus doesn't get the ball. Also, he probably didn't get that he had to get the ball. Certainly looked like a lapse of concentration there. No movement at all. What's Solberg doing? Certainly takes his time. Crosses it in. Didn't concede another corner there, but this suddenly is dangerous. And now Stolt, he just clears it. Alnes back to Shabanaj, passes it to Hagedal, who goes for Svensson, who goes for the long ball. Is this an offside? Yes. I have a hard time watching this. No chances created by our side. Stolt for Guillermo, Svensson. Can he pick a great pass? Goes for Arnes, who crosses it in. Guillermo with the ball at the edge of the penalty area. Puts it back in. Well, it was certainly more of the one of the more dangerous situations here. Yeah, they won that ball, but it's all too little, too late. That will be the third defeat in a row for us. That's it. So, this won't do. Maybe we can still go with a bit more of, well, possession, but this won't do. Just look at it. We dropped from 3rd or 4th position down to 7th. Still 10 points to go until relegation places, but we gotta do something about this, and we gotta do it well, fast. Sure. Five games without a win. Let's go to the press conference first. Well, was it unfortunate? No, it wasn't unfortunate. We were unable to stop him. Who is Noah Risberg? Well, he's free, so he may certainly come in for trial. That is, if he's not related to Zlatan. If he's related to Zlatan, he will probably not come in for trial. But thanks for the idea. Okay. How's morale? Not good. Not bad either. This is probably the time for a team talk. Exactly. Summary. Well, positive effect and a slightly positive effect for some players. As you can see here, Kulafich was very influenced by the talk. Other players, not so much. Still, that's a cheat code for morale in these circumstances. But we can't use it every week. No, we have to wait another 5 weeks until we can use that talk again, so... yeah. It'll be hard. These guys all have transfer arranged. Gonna just put them in the U19 for the time being. Just to reduce clutter in the interface. I know I could have filtered them, but... yeah. Should probably have done that. Come to think of it. So... let's put those back. Not that it matters. And filter players on loan or trial. Here we go. That's better. Okay. Well, dear Oliver Flaggard, they did well all over the season. Now that the season's almost over, you're starting to complain. Sure, he comes in for trial. So we desperately need a win. What's this? Yeah, I don't know yet. To be honest, the idea, well, it came from the press, so... oh, that filter counts here too. Great. He's got some great physicals. Great acceleration and stamina. He was at Vålerenga too. Oh, I don't know about that club. Might be first league, I don't know. This doesn't work so far. Maybe the high press isn't a good idea. If we go for a mid block, that should congest the pitch a bit more. Because we've been looking vulnerable defensively. So that's my major concern. It's not so much about not scoring the goals, which is also of concern, true. But if we don't concede, we will score at some point. Also, this doesn't work, so we will go for box to box here. Might even go with an attacking role here, not sure. But box to box is probably better. I'm rotating with Tillander. Does he have the mentals for it? Sure. He does. It's a bit weird, so Forsell can go back to training as a box to box midfielder here, which he's fine with. He will be able to play that anyway. Yeah. He's good with it. And Porta da Cruz want Sandro Moreira da Silva. Well, if they are willing to pay for him, I'm certainly open to the idea. They're in Portugal Championship Group B. I don't know how this works. I don't know how this works. But they're looking for someone to battle against relegation. So don't expect a big finance coming in from there. Oberg for loan. Well, if somebody's willing to offer some serious money for him, but he's on a trade training too. That would go away if we give him away for another club for loan. Yeah, show him KG with the media. Still don't know anything about this guy. We gotta wait a week or two. Doesn't matter. It doesn't help. Okay, so if this doesn't work and we're conceding all the time, good morning to you, Gizmo Bob. And that is more than a mouthful. So just to be ridiculous about this, I'm gonna try to pronounce that. So this is Ytterhogdals Ostersund. Ytterhogdals Ostersund. We'll try Finland next. Then I'm probably gonna get a knot in my tongue or something. But happy to hear that. I hope you have a lot of fun. I should have started another save in, I don't know, Mexico or something. Because my Spanish isn't up to scratch either, so There's all those little skills that you don't expect to to be taught by Football Manager, but some kind of weird pronunciation. Getting used to that stuff is certainly part of it. Well, we lost another one. That's not good. You got any recommendations on how to deal with the recent bump in performance? I'm not sure if it's related to tactics though. But to be fair, the last match wasn't even close. We were clearly the underdog, and we were clearly the worst performing team. It was entirely deserved that we lost that game. We can actually be happy that it was only by one goal. Maybe go for a more defensive setup here. With the ease. I mean, it's a home game against Umea. Yeah, maybe. But we changed tactic. That's the thing. We changed tactic like 3 games ago, so it can't be that. Sure, they learned the formation, but we're now doing the defensive tactic with the other formation, and vice versa. So that should at least confuse them to some degree, but doesn't seem to matter. I might need to go for, I don't know, 3-5-2 or something, something which is totally out of line for this squad. And to be honest, I also don't want to go with some weird formation. The streamer YouTuber type formation that is just able to confuse the match engine. I'm really not inclined to do that. These are balanced and highly structured formation. Well, we gotta close the middle here. Oh, I really hate that. We will go back to this, just for the overlap. Because overlapping should work here. That's basically our only chance at overloading this defense. 3 no-nonsense fullbacks. Yeah, center backs. Actually, that's a good idea for this formation too. We might want to go with no-nonsense center backs here. Just get rid of the ball immediately. Are any of you unable to play no-nonsense center back? Probably not. That would be the day. Play out of defense and a no-nonsense center back. So, probably not a good combination. So, as it progresses, let me know how it goes in Norway. Or is it Norway? It is in Division 2 Norland. Is this Sweden too? I'm not sure. It's all the same to me. I'll have a look. Division 2 Norland. Yeah, that's Sweden. So I was mistaken previously, sorry. A mentoring group needs attention. Oh no! Someone's missing here for the mentoring group as a goalkeeper. Well, who can we put there? Women, Westberg, Planestrand. What's the problem? Women is being transferred anyway, but come back. Okay. Gegenpress 5-2-2-1. Yeah. But probably doesn't fit this squad though. I mean, we've got our inverted wingers are basically our biggest strength, if I'm not mistaken. Especially Telander. Telander's great, but also Skulomro and Bergman aren't that bad either. So I should probably employ their services. We gotta get that power onto on the pitch to some degree. So to reflect on that, who are our best players? Planestrand. We can just use him in any formation. There's nothing to do about that. Holmström. That's quite clear. Get his head to the ball, or get the ball to his head. And well, the rest will do. He'll score immediately at some point, eventually. Bergman. His crossing isn't great. Yeah. I mean, the wingbacks aren't good. So it's definitely not a formation for this squad. I'd be willing to go with stuff like that if it would fit, but it doesn't, and I can't revamp the entire squad. That would just be another case of well, new manager syndrome all over again. But it would be just a change for the sake of the change. I don't think that's appropriate here. So, to be honest, we've got 3 good players, ability-wise here, at least according to our staff. While I disagree with the specific rating, maybe. I think he's a good guy. But he showed at the start of the season and then it dropped off a bit. Maybe we were overperforming in that regard. But yeah. Fiolins also has a transfer value for some reason. We should get these on the pitch. So, what does it mean? Do we come to the same conclusion if we try to find a formation just with the mindset that we just arrived here? Holmström as a striker is clear as day. Fiolind as a secondary striker would be a good idea too. On the other hand, he's lacking the physical presence to be a real striker. His strength isn't good. He's more of a poacher type, as we can see here. Poacher doesn't use his dribbling. He is a good dribbler though. A decent finisher overall. So I don't think it's a bad idea to use him as a shadow striker. It's just that he's not used to the role. Might be too far after. He does need to get a match practice at some point. So what if we give Theo Lind... Well, okay, let's put it that way. We're 7th. Now it's 8 point of difference until playoff places. We won't be able to catch that. That's not gonna happen anytime soon. It's just unrealistic. There's not that many games left. Well, okay. It might happen, but there's a lot of teams in front of us that would need to decline in form. And to be frank about it, it's us that were declining in form. So no, not gonna happen anytime soon. We gotta avoid the drop, and to avoid the drop, we need to earn some points, and to get some points, we basically need 1 point each match here. We need not to lose. That's important. So a defensive formation is probably the better idea. Slightly shorter passing, fine. This all looks fitting for our squad, I think. Counter regroup, mid block, lower defensive line. Maybe we go with a low block, even. Something like this. This is weird. Standard defensive line, low block. Doesn't engage the opponent very much. How's the work rate in the squad? Mental work rate, not great. Okay. And I also think these two, well, they need to be in support duty, otherwise they drop too deep. Okay. We should change training. It's all fun on stream until you start to lose. Now that's the pressure. Everybody's watching this. Well, okay, everybody is able to watch this, and I'm not doing well. The overconfidence setting in after those two matches where we scored 5 goals each. Then those 2 draws, not too much of a concern. Managed to win the friendly, and since the summer break, it's been going down. Also, we've not been losing heavily. Just has been somewhat unlucky. And yes, I'm willing to part with him. For the appropriate amount of money, that is. Do we have a replacement for a fullback? In case they come... whatever. They'll come in with a bid eventually. I wanted to change training, I forgot. Sepp Women. Loaning him out until the end of the season. The season. Sure. Would have preferred to sell him, but sure. Who are you? So somebody signed you, that's great. I'll just remove you from the shortlist so we don't get annoyed by every news there is to you. He's considered a good box-to-box midfielder for some reason. Well, his physicals are great. Fine. Okay. Well, it's fine, but I don't know. No interest in transfer. Same for him. Also, he's a winger. No interest. No interest. Yeah, no interest. What about him? No interest either. Also, I don't want an unambitious player in my squad. Ruben Martin. Reminds me of Forsell a bit. The physicals are better, but the rest of it isn't great. Ooh. He would be very interested in a loan. He's a strong guy, but his jumping reach isn't great. What's this? It's just a weird combination. Bravery of 1. Did he have a long-term injury at some point? Well, no, not long-term, but as I said, it's a weird combination. Bergman, well, it's not the strongest squad on the pitch either. Oh no, I remember why I didn't use filters. This is so stupid. It hides well, it hides positions that are Are you talking about my squad or your squad? Or just in general? Gizmo. Because I certainly think they have their merits, but the last guy, it wasn't a center back, it was a striker, right? Where is he? Well, I lost that entry. I still know the club, but it wasn't a center back, it was a striker, I think. Where is he? Scouting. I don't know. I'll have to find it. It was an Albanian. This club players. Well, now I'm confused. So it's a striker. General info. It should have been an Albanian, maybe in reserve. Again. That one. That's the one. It's a striker. But, I mean, look at that anticipation for a poacher. It's just weird. He's got a great sample of some attributes, but yeah. No need to apologize, it's all fine. But this is really quite a good example of something I have no idea what to do about. If this guy were in my squad, I would probably try to get rid of him. Or, even more concerning, I would try to change him. And this anticipation you can't change. Also, there's a few ones in there that certainly reeks of problems. In a way, this is akin to the situation with Eggman, because as much as I think Eggman has great technicals, he hasn't been improving mentally, not at all. Okay. Yeah, well, if personality-wise it's a great fit, maybe that works. But I think he was balanced. Just like all of Sweden, as it seems. I'm conflicted. Tactics-wise, they will play this stuff, so we will need to overlap here. I don't think we will score through the middle. Maybe after a set piece. So yeah, I mean we can certainly try with the defensive formation, but I don't believe in it. Okay. Who is mandatory on the pitch? Tillander is, to my taste. It's basically these three who are mandatory. And here, previously we played with Asarson. He's been a bit out of form. Well, actually, that's on us probably. He had great form before. And last game, I mean, he's not responsible, let's put it that way. That passing completion is fine. Didn't create much though. There's that. Club vision wise, they're still not happy with the possession football. Should have gone with the attacking anyway. Okay. Tillander is a great inverted winger. His drop in form comes at the worst of times. Great passing. No chances created. Yeah, he agrees. Swan is training as a shadow striker anyway. How's the attributes from Metzala? Well, his off the ball movement is really not good. It's concerning. If we get him to improve the off the ball movement at some point, maybe we have a chance. Orberg, as much as I like this guy, he didn't improve much. We'll have to make a decision about this later in the season. I mean, he's only 21, so we can keep him around for monetary value, but yeah, we would need to find somebody willing to pay for him. There will probably be a lot of fluctuation in the squad later on, after this season. Skolomo or Bergman. Bergman's training well, but his match performances have been very concerning, especially the last two. Passing wise, it's been fine. but he didn't create. Where's Guillermo? There. When did you play last time? Well, you came onto the pitch last game. 5 of 5 passes were successful. Yeah. But you didn't create any chances. So please get that sorted out. How's your training? Not good. They're also not match fit. None of them are match fit. Well, overall training might be a bit much, but what can you do? Dropping the match preparation is probably a bad idea. But there's still match preparation going on here. Can go with set pieces again. Hope to score from there. Something like this. That's certainly part of our overperformance during the start of the season. We scored a lot after set pieces. These here. I think it was Ytterhogdals and Fleckard too. Well, okay, it was 1 goal, but still 5 goals from the center backs. That's good. Goma didn't score any. No. And he's not going to, with that jumping reach and strength in this league. His heading can be good all at once. I'm not convinced. Josh Richards. Josh Richards? He's with Boreham Wood in my save. Yeah. It's a former player of my club. But I don't think he was around when I joined this club. He might have moved to Östersund previously. Not sure. Is there a transfer history here? Biography, no. Milestones. That looks better. No, he was at Östersund way before I joined this club, in 2017. That is, if I'm not mistaken. I think he might have been on loan with Ytterhogdals in 2021. But I don't think he was in the squad when I came here. He's English though. So central defenders wise, Fleckard is the best of them. It's just how it is. And he's unhappy. Problems here are triggering the press and tempo. Let's just go there. Yeah, okay. So we will go with the defensive tactic just because they're also used to it. So we might want to improve on triggering the press and tempo. So screw that. Triggering the press is defending. And tempo is probably technical, right? Where is it? Possession. Tempo, yeah. Okay. So we go with these two. Because we need him to get to 100% in this tactic. Or at least as close as it gets. Then we got Svensson here. Or Ekdal as a deep lying playmaker. Well, he's not a DLB. But he's got a trade for it. And he's not called Ekdal, he's called Ekman. Ekman is more the type we have the attributes for it. Can he still play that? Maybe. Maybe. What happens if this is a register? Instructions are to take more risks and roam from position. Sure. As a deep lying playmaker, he would shoot less often, take more risks, but hold position. Well, we certainly need a creative outlet here. I mean, there's nobody else around here that's creative. And we can use him to stay back. As you see, I'm shifting things around in my head. It just doesn't... It's not that it matters much. Probably overdoing it, to be honest. So, Swan for this position, no debate. He's the captain, he should do that stuff. And he certainly is the one to score from time to time. Training has been good, happy with that. His recent performances have been bad, but I can't do much about that. Bergman didn't do well, but he's one of the players with a better skill set here. In all honesty, I want a result. So whatever we promised Theo Lind, the worst that can happen is he goes away. We wasted some money, but we might even get well, some money coming in for him. These two out there. How's Stolt been doing? Not better than Farah. Your demands might have decreased. Can we give you a contract that we can play you for? Fringe player is fine, yes. Still wants 70 a week. It's just because he's an international, I think, for Somalia. So we need these two to be less than 85 if we play them once a week. Which is not sure. On the other hand, he's still better than Stolt. Not much, but a bit. Nah, this would amount to 85 now, and no. I'm not willing to pay that. Not for this guy. Stolt is fairly susceptible to injuries. Well, to be fair, we should get him out of the door at some point. It's kind of weird. He's also he brings a certain flexibility to the table, and stat-wise, he hasn't been bad, but his form is really concerning. All over the season. 6.6. Didn't do well. We'll part ways with him probably. Or we might go with another non-contract for no money at all. Squad player. Most certainly not. There you go. I mean, transfer window's open, right? Go away. We definitely need someone to wing that defensive position. Is this? No, he's a right-footed player. Not willing to go there. Usually I do, Gizmo. Sorry, I just read that. Yeah, usually I do. But it didn't work out lately. It probably has to do with me changing tactics. The more, well, I tried to go for a more possession-oriented approach in both cases, and might have screwed up the tactics along the way. Because previously we were going with a slightly more direct passing and stuff, and well, it just worked. There was a certain degree of tempo in the game. This tempo might be the reason why it doesn't work anymore. Actually, that's a good idea. So the idea was that with a lower tempo, they go through the register more often than not. Same in the defensive formation as in the possession-oriented formation. The passing directness and shoulder is fine here, but the tempo isn't. This is bad. We have to unsettle the opposition with the tempo. In both cases. So I'm willing to go to change that. Is this the overall budget you own? Great. Now have a look at your assistant manager and well, calculate his wage all over the season, if you have one, that is, and then you can calculate how much of the budget is going for your assistant manager or your own wage. Suddenly a player sale for €1,000 looks very good, right? Or pounds in your case. Yeah, we got his contract extended. Happy with that. Now he earns €5 more. I don't care. And we got rid of the relegation release clause. so he can show his loyalty. Alexander Alholmström, who are you? A 25-year-old striker. Who's on a much better contract. Which reminds me, what about Rugota? If we can spell him, that is. So, you being on 45 probably will ruin the club financially. I'm sorry to say this, but it is what it is. He might come off this contract at some point. Well, I would keep the assistant manager under any circumstances. Even if he's a slack with wands all over the place, he can do training in one category. Just don't believe him in anything, especially not the stars. Management in these clubs can be so funny. Ooh. They would want to loan him. Okay. We might want to make a decision here that's very unpopular. Not because of Auberg, but well, this season will probably end mid-table. If we're lucky, that is. If we get this form sorted out, we end mid-table. If we do not get his form sorted out, it might end up somewhere in the relegation zone. The overperformance from the start of the season certainly isn't there anymore. So I'm not doing that. But Auberg, let's have a look at him. He didn't do much to contribute. He's not been on the pitch enough. We need to loan him out to get some match practice under his belt. And we need the money. That's more important, actually. It's just €6 a week, but it's just a waste of money over the season. So let's get him away. I will try to get a fee, like a minuscule one. Something like this. By the way, we've got the 25th. This might finally be the first month that we earned some money. Might. And actually, I'll do the same to Fieldin. Yeah, he would be willing to speak to other clubs. He's much too expensive for my taste. He didn't adapt to the Shadow Striker position in any way. Don't care what they play him in. Just get him out the door. Somebody will be able to use him as a poacher. That's three clubs here, and what happens to them? Are they relegated? Do they make loan offers? We don't know. Nobody wants to. Okay. Well, would one of you be able to play 100% maybe? We get some money for him. It's minuscule, but it's something. Sure. Get out the door. Bye. So, this is not enough. No. This stuff here. Yeah. Bye. And if he's just a fringe player there. Whatever, I don't care. Honestly, it was a bad idea to sign him anyway. But that's on me, again. I thought I might retrain a striker to be a shadow striker, but he certainly didn't show the flexibility there. He wasn't adaptive enough. It's just a case of getting rid of my own mistakes. Oh shit. We accepted one here that they don't pay enough in terms of wages. So, not gonna do that. Where's land? There. We want to reject this one. It's not okay. Auberg for this amount of money. No. I'm gonna reject that. Transfer deadline day is coming. For now, we're still offloading players. I don't know. Women, where is Castores here? Can somebody please take him? I just want anyone to pay his wages. Please. Please, please. The interest in Moreira da Silva seems to have ceased. So that would mean Auberg would be gone. Well, basically Kula Finch on the bench. Hardal on the pitch, probably. Vikberg on the bench. Shabanach here. The Goma probably off the pitch and the rest of them. Well, we've got a bit of flexibility still going on here, but four-match unbeaten league run here. 2 wins and 2 draws. Who is he? 7.8 rating. What a good striker. At least performance-wise. They still want me to sign this guy. He's resolute, he doesn't earn money. And he still would need to be paid an excessive wage. I'll just go with it for the fun of it. No. I mean, really? What's this club anyway? First Division North. It's our division. He's not even that good. And he wants to be star player. Sure, let's get rid of all of these. Sure, we'll improve the training facilities. Why not? Yeah, he definitely wants to be star player. That must be... fine. 220. No. If he ever gets thrown out of the club, I'll definitely go for him. And there's Zetterberg again. Holmström has been, well, doing well in training, but not otherwise. Same as Anderson, but he's just lacking strength-wise. Okay. So they've got a lot of manpower in the center of the pitch. So we will probably try to score over the flanks. I can't go with a defensive setup there, it's just stupid. Sorry. It's a home game too. We want to win this. And I'm going with Forcell for Asason there. So this can go off the bench, and we'll put Skudammer on here. In case of an emergency, we can also go with Alnes in the midfield. I'll go with that. So this is not far off of our standard formation that we employed previously. And screw the money, doesn't matter. We have to get those points to get to 35. That's all I'm interested in now for the rest of the season. At least until we have them. Afterwards, I really don't care anymore. Afterwards, we may as well try to optimize finance-wise, but there's not much to do. Transfer deadline day is coming on. We should have reached the 35 points up until now. But promotion's no longer on the cards here. We've got to be realistic about that and well, save some money, get those few points in, not get relegated, and move on into next season. Which will probably a scrap all over again. But finance-wise, we'll be doing better. No offers for Castorius. Nobody wants him. There's an offer for Auberg. Burkwell pens a new deal, which basically pays him nothing. That's fine by me. I don't think he'll be a shadow striker anytime soon. So let's try to get him to some degree of skill and train him as a box-to-box. Oliver Swan is not really ready to play, man. Still fitness test required. But he's no longer suspiciable to injury, so he might not go through the entirety of the match. But we might be able to go along with that. This overall looks decent enough. Triggering the press is a big problem here. Why is that? Because they're much more used to high press. Well, if this is all there is to it, Fine. Let's go with a much higher defensive line and a high press. Don't care. If the opponent scores 5 goals, we'll see. Then it probably was a wrong decision. $166 tickets sold. A quarter of the village has been at the ground now. And that working the ball into the box, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. No, we'll leave it in for now. But yeah, sure. He's encouraged. Okay. They are all encouraged by certain aspects. Even Noah Risberg agrees. That's certainly very important to me, that the trialist agrees with my tactical with my team selection. Easing the pressure obviously was too much. Yeah, and in this situation, we will go for the overlap, obviously. Okay. So this should be more in line with what they're used to. Great tackle by Swan. Stalled with the long ball for Bergman. Stalled again. Will he cross it? He crosses it. Doesn't find Tillander. Mariah da Silva with the early cross. And Stolt wins the ball. Great performance so far. Crosses it in. Doesn't find Holmström. And it's been an offside anyway. Wonderful ball. Rattles the crossbar there. That's our first chance. So far this certainly looks better than last game. Ekman with the wonderful ball for Forsell. For Al Holmström. Tillander with the ball here. And that's a wasted finish. Maybe I should have passed it back into the middle. Flacard wins that ball. Al Holmström wins the other duel too. And Bergman just controls possession. Fine. Stolt for Bergman here. Back to Stolt. Goes for the deep cross. And that comes to nothing. They're not pumping the ball into the box now. They're just instructed to cross for the target man. And they certainly want to try that. Mariah da Silva dribbles along the pitch. Evades the tackle. Forsell. Flag guard. Hogdal. Long ball by Hogdal. Can Talander reach it? No, but they don't. They concede a corner. Now it's Swan with the corner. Goes for the near post, but we don't win the duel there. Forsell retains possession though. Crosses it for Bergman. And that's into touch. We're looking good so far. Actually controlling possession. Stolt with the cross there. But doesn't find his man. This is looking way better. Compared to the last 3 games, this is looking way better. We got a chance here. Wonderful pass. Bergman with the cross for Al Holmström. What a chance. This is the way we want to score. Throw in by Moira da Silva now. Took the short throw. Great pass into the middle. Talander. And London tips it over. I can't believe it. Yet another corner by Swan. And Hagedal was unable to hit the target. So 6 shots on goal now. Half of them were headers probably. We're looking good. Hagedal with the lob over the defense. Doesn't go anywhere. Defending's also a bit questionable so far. That's easy for Stolt to get to. And we retain possession. So what's Hagedal to do with this? Back to Stolt. He might run a bit with it. Doesn't. Crosses for Forsell, who redistributes to Ekman, and it goes to Tillander and back to Fleckard. This certainly looks like possession football so far, until we lose it. Well, this is the first... Oh, bad defending. Bad communication there. But that was actually the first shot they took towards our goal. It was blocked. Lundback, that isn't offside, I think. Great save by Blennerstrand. Yeah, and he's got that one. So we're still vulnerable on the counter, or if we lose possession. Standard of passing probably isn't good enough in this squad, but then again, well, there's no standard that's acceptable in this squad, so we have to make do. He wins that duel, doesn't find Bergman though. That's a very contested space in the midfield there. Oh, it's a good long ball. Blocked by Fleckard. It's looking a bit shaky. There. Fleckard heads it away. Wonderful last-ditch effort. I certainly saw that one in. They're piling on the pressure here. And Holstrom wins the ball. Can he go for the pass? Goes for Eggman, who redistributes for Swan and just loses it. I expected a bit more from Eggman, that's for sure. Faced another header here. Wasn't that dangerous. And we concede another corner. Can they do better? Certainly hope. They can. Chernhub with the corner, well defended. Closing down. He's closed down. That lob went nowhere. So I was happy with the first half of the first half. Swan with the free kick, puts it in. And that's Talander, who is still in position. Forcell goes for, well, nobody. That header might count as a chance, even though it wasn't one. Yeah. Okay, so we're on a 0-0. No team had many chances. I'm happy with that. That's way better than last game. Stolt for Bergman here. Finds Swan, which finds Stolt. Now it's in. That's the way to start the second half. And suddenly we're one in front. If I look relieved, that's probably because I am. Wonderful combination. They could have gone for that for a long time. Ytterhogdals again with the long ball for Bergman. Stolt tries to overlap. Forcell with the ball, Talander in the middle of the pitch. Eggman again for Forcell, for Holmström, and he fails to find the pass, but we get a foul here. Thanks, Gizmo. Oh, Eggman retains possession here. That's a nice cross. Out for Talander. Crosses it back in for Holmström, who takes a shot. No, only if his finishing would be a little bit better. Then again, he scored the last goal, so we're happy with that. Oh, horrible defending there. And we're really lucky not to concede that one. "55 minutes into the game. Stolt with the free kick into the penalty area. But we can't keep hold of the ball here. Forcell nearly won the ball there. Ytterhogdals finds Talander, who finds Forcell. Back to flag guard. Out on the flank from Moraia da Silva. He didn't have a great game so far, but he finds Talander. Can he cross it in? No, he can't. Now he can cross it in. Doesn't find his target in the penalty area. Stolt though keeps possession. Same as Swan, who goes for Eggman, who plays a wonderful pass for Bergman. Back into the area. And Talander doesn't manage to control the ball. So we got a corner here. I want to have a look at the bench now. Hagedal didn't have a good game so far. On the other hand, there's not much use in changing things for now. We're certainly pressuring them to some degree. So maybe we get a goal after this corner. Well, it certainly found Al Holmström. Yet another one. Forsell doesn't find the header. Stolt for Ekman. Nice passing combination with Hagedal, but they don't manage to find Al Holmström here. But we retain possession. Mariah da Silva dribbling through the center of the pitch. That's opposed to his instructions, but anyway, he managed to keep hold of the ball. And this is a great effort by Lundberg, who's already on a yellow card. It was a dangerous situation for this guy. Hagedal pushes the opponent's striker. Stolt with the cross for Al Holmström. Can he... Oh no. He didn't get the timing right there. Okay, so I'm willing to make a change. Mariah da Silva doesn't have a good game. While he's pleased, I think someone else can bring something different to the table. Let's just go. No, I've to confirm this sub. That's stupid. Let's go back here. So Shabanac for Mariah da Silva. Is there someone else that has been a bit questionable performance-wise? Yeah, sure. I mean, Forsell, but he's the vice captain. We need him to get back in form. Same goes for Swan. There's really no replacement on the bench there. Telander didn't have the best of games so far. We'll go with Frederick Alnes here. He's an experienced guy. The last 30 minutes he will probably be able to see through. Yeah. Change that game. Score the second one. And well, Swan still takes the corner. For Hagedal. Ah, that was close. So close. I can almost taste it. Shabanac with the throw for Al Holmström. Back to Shabanac, who finds Alnes. Fresh on the pitch. Forsell with the cross. And there's a last-ditch effort to avoid Swan going for a goal. Bergman was in the penalty area. Stolt with the shot. That would have been the day. I'm happy not to have gone defending so far. That's a hopeful long ball. Stolt manages to clear that one. And it's a similarly questionable pass by Fleckart there. Great tackle by Swan. Finds Arm Holmström. Back to Swan. Out to the flank. Stolt is fouled. Bergman puts it back into the center of the pitch. And this might be the killer ball we were looking for. Yet another corner. Now Alnes is on the pitch, able to take that corner. His corner taking is a bit better than Swan's. Doesn't manage to find Fleckart though. Another cross, but that's only going into the hands of Lundin. 20 minutes to go. Yet another free kick into that penalty area. And yet another corner. What? That's just... I don't know. I can't comprehend this. Neither can I put it into words. So many chances. We need to score the second goal. That's the ninth corner of the game, and supposedly the third or fourth in the last 2 minutes. Expected goals wise, we really deserve the second goal. Forsell manages to keep possession here. Ekman goes for the return pass, and Forsell for the long shot. Good decision to take the shot there. So I'm gonna praise him. They're doing well. How? How what? Sorry? Shabanac with the cross. That's yet another one that's wide. 20 shots. 6 on target. Throw for all Holmström. There's Shabanac with another cross. Can Swan score? He can't. To answer the question, I'm certainly not aware as to how they managed to turn things around to that degree. The last 3 games were horrible. Ah, how did they not score? Yeah, true. That's also true. But they will at some point. It's basically I think it might be the lack of confidence. So maybe it's a mental thing. Or it's just bad luck. And yet another header that would have found its target if it were not for that keeper. Okay, we've got 5 minutes to go. Let's have a look at that free kick by Shabanac and then... well, that goes back to Stolt, who finds Alnes, who finds Fleckard. Will he take a shot? He will. But that was rather harmless. So who can we put on the pitch here? Probably Wickberg. Hagedal as well as Fleckard are both really exhausted. Skillermo for Bergman probably. And Kulafich for Al Holmström. Al Holmström deserved his goal, but he's had enough of it. I want him to see the result through. I'm not gonna go defensive tactics here. We're well in control of the game. Wickberg comes on and introduces himself with a yellow card. Shabanac with yet another free kick. Doesn't manage to hit the target. Two minutes to go. Swan controls possession. Stolt gives it back to Wickberg. Goes for the lob. Kulafich is too slow. Forsell wins that duel. Kulafich finds Forsell and he distributes it to Shabanac. Who loses it? Stolt with the throw for Ekman. Stolt again for Swan. Finds Ekman. Who finds Stolt on the flank. Can he cross it? He can cross it. And that's a corner. That should see the game through. 20 seconds to go. Can they finally score the second goal? There's the cross. Goes to nothing. But the game's over. 1 goal by Al Holmström marks the difference, and look at that expected goals statistics. Fantastic. It's really great. This is wonderful. I'm really happy with that. He scored a winning goal, so I'm gonna congratulate him on that. Bergman had a great game too. Yeah. Did very well. Same should be said about Kevin Blennestrand. Yeah, exactly. 3 points safer. Yeah, see, 3 points closer. I'm really, I'm kind of confused. This wouldn't have been possible if not for the saves by Kevin Blennestrand. If we go back to that match and watch it once again, he did manage to save a few certain goals. He did great. As did Flackard, apparently. Different role? I don't know. And now he lost focus because we praised him. Oh man, shouldn't have done that. Stolt though, well, we can't praise them all. So we were still at 27 or 28, right? Now we're at 30. So it was 27 before. Now we're at 30. 5 points to go. And to all those that wanted to push me for promotion, well, there had to be a lot of things that would need to align for us going for promotion. Yeah, I'm very delighted. Yes, he was great, but still I think Al Holmström had so many chances. He really could have scored a second one, or maybe even a third. I would need to have a second look at that, but I think he had at least 5 chances. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me have a look. Is this already in there? Look at that. I wasn't mistaken. 8 shots, 5 on goal. He really should have scored a second. I mean, I'm happy that he scored a winner, but in a way this wasn't good enough. So, referee's performance is questionable as it seems. To be honest, I have no idea why. No. So, we're playing an attractive style of play apparently. Is this the possession-based football? I'm not sure. It's funny that they mentioned that. I will need to go through this at some point. But first of all, Al Holmström was great. I'm certainly happy that we gave him this new contract. Prior to that, he'll only get more expensive as time moves on. Finally a win. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's have a look at Ekman's performance too. he was on a 6.9. He didn't create any chances, but at least he didn't drag the team down. And he certainly proved to be a good player, considering his possession stats. So he's on a 68% pass completion now. Last game, 26 of 67. That's too lazy to do the math in head. That's a 29% pass completion. That's very good. Happy with that. So we can certainly praise him for it. Yeah. And whilst he's not finding those through balls just yet, now he can get some time on the pitch. Even though he's fielded as a register, he's more of a, let's say, a passing player that just keeps hold of position, and that's fine. That's fine as long as the other ones find a way to break this down. He will at some point get better. Even if he doesn't, as long as we hold the league that way, that's fine. In a similar way, I think about Forsell. He didn't do that well. Pass completion hasn't been great either. He didn't create many chances, but he hasn't been bad. And for now, that's all I want. It certainly merits a spot on the pitch. Is there anyone that's been doing really bad? Well, relatively speaking, Tillander and Swan probably. But again, for them, in this game, they did fine. Swan actually had a lot of key passes, which is great. Didn't create a lot of chances, but he certainly tried. And in another game, maybe he will find a way through. That said, in the last game, he was faced with 3 center backs and additional midfielders. So a 6.9 rating or whatever it was. 6.7. That's okay. He did his job. And the goals came through the flanks. Okay. So it's midday right now. Probably time for some food. Go for a break here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna resume streaming today. I probably have the time on my hands. On the other hand, it's one of these days where I can, it's Sunday, so I can spend a bit of time with my girlfriend. I'll probably be back either this afternoon or this evening or tomorrow. I'm grateful for you watching me, as always. I'm also relieved about that win. I certainly am. Glad to have shared that story. And we will see if we can get those additional 5 points. Because it certainly has been a hassle so far. So let's save this. I wish you all a nice day, and probably see you all again soon. Bye.